And then I took a huge time out and I came back and I said, well, why can't I do social media my way?
What's the one project you're working on right now, Damon, that's most important to you? And
Man,
how
I
do
stay
you,
in my lane. I got nothing
yeah.
new. I'm just SEO all day, every day.
Well, it could be a big project. That's good, and it could be it could be your business itself, right? It could be for the
Yeah.
client or for the consumer. It could be something that's completely separate from business, right? Something that you're working on. It could be family. It could be philanthropy. It could be, what is that big thing for 2021 for you, and how do you envision that making an impact for others or your family?
A couple of random things come to mind that kind of come full circle to the same thing. So you had mentioned Dollar Shave Club and Dan Locke. So the way I did some consulting for those guys came through social proof. And that's kind of what I touched on earlier, is about just giving away free value. And so I've really been focusing on social proof. And, as far as how that goes to the next phase of the question in growing the business is, the first time I started really focusing on social proof was about 2 years ago. And what I did was just gave away free value. I went through this whole process where I just kind of got burned out on social media. And then I took a huge time out and I came back and I said, well, why can't I do social media my way? Why can't I, balance my appreciation for my family and talk about them, but also blend it with business talk and vice versa? Because I didn't want to exclude my business audience by talking about family. And I didn't want to exclude family and friends, or clients that are parents and can relate to that by talking about only business. So I had to go through this little dance. This is a little internal voice and figure out what that voice was to be able to talk about the things that I want to talk about in a way that could still benefit my audience. And so that took some time. And then I want to say in the first 9 months of doing that dance and kind of figuring out what that process was for me, it added 150 grand in new contracts. Now that's completely separate from, what we do day to day, our other process of getting leads. That was just from social proof, people that came from either LinkedIn or Facebook and converted from a post. And depending on how much time we got, I can give you a specific example after this. But I've been focusing just on that. And kind of the last part of that is I've really been leveraging that to grow the business. And I'm trying to get myself fully out of production. I've delegated 95% of the stuff to my team. And I want to get myself out of that last 5% and just focus on that, because that's the part that I enjoy. It still benefits the business, but I get the personal enjoyment out of it and I help others. So I've really just been focusing on social proof and just kind of giving away free value.
Beautiful. And on that point, the number one delegating habit that you have done to make the most impact on that 95%,